Okay, so we need to do some work with the 3010 today, and I think I'd take a couple minutes before the next rain shower came, and I wasn't able to get my wagon a straw over to pit and get her unloaded. It's a 1963 3010, purchased new in 63. It has the 4.2 diesel in it, John Deere diesel engine. The fuel tank capacity is 29 gallon. There were only 44,000 of these tractors ever made in the US. These were offered in standard, row crop, and utility, and as you see here, the tricycle version. It is a partial synchronized transmission. It's got a live 540 PTO, and it has the 12 volt conversion on it with an alternator. I know there are guys that have these in the 4020s that are starting to go to they're starting to do the 12 volt conversions. The bumper on it is not standard. We had this bumper put on to put this block of wood on, put this extended block on, which that thing's loose. We'll have to tighten that up eventually. To push wagons so you could tell if you were in center or not. The roll bar and canopy did not come factory. Grandpa had one of those that are drawing from John Deere. But it's a good old tractor. I don't know what the slobbering from the oil is, but it never uses any engine oil. It's finally starting to use some, but not too terribly bad. But like I said, I don't know what that slobbering's coming from or where it's coming from. It must be up in here somewhere. This fuel pump. Or no, that ain't the fuel pump. No, this is the fuel pump back here. Okay, behind the cover. This tractor's been restored. I think it used to pull a 3-bottom plow, and we'll get up on here and show you some more about it. 3010 rated at about, we'll say 60 horse. And I know it says on the website that it is rated at 61, but anything 5 or below, you know, round down. So we'll just say it's 60 horse. The next size bigger is a 4010 as always. 4010, 4000, 4010, 4020. Not too sure if there's a 4030. I have to do my homework on that. And then the later series in the 3010 is the 2010. And the original price was $4,700 on these tractors. The 3010s. Oh, I'm sorry, row crop utility and orchard version where they were available in. The PTO claimed it was 55.9 horse, so we'll just say 56. And the drawbar was only like 50 horse, 52. But that was the engine horsepower was the 60 horse, and all that fun stuff. So the PTO is at 60 horse on these, and I was correct. 4.2 liter diesel engine, which is what this has in it. Okay, so we're up here on the operator station, and this is what you see on a 3010, 20, I don't think the 2010s are like this. 3010, 3020, 4010, 4020. just like that 4020 over there. This is basically what you see. These, I know that the 4010s, 3020s come in power shift, meaning you could just take this out of park, go all the way down, over, and up, and just start, you know, pushing up through the gears. Almost like a 7810 or 7800 or 7200, which we'll do in a future video on that. This only has one hydraulic remote. We'll explain that in a future video. And it's got a key start down here, which all you got to do is turn the key on. You get some indicator lights. They're not all working. They do once in a while. But let's go ahead and start this tractor and let it warm up. Good old tractor. Now, if you guys didn't know, when you redo the generators on these, which just had, when you would unhook the batteries, which are underneath your feet, you would have to polarize the generator. So let's go get hooked up to a wagon. See, that's fourth gear. As you would come over on the stick down, that would be second gear, that would be first gear, second, third reverse, fourth gear, fifth gear, reverse again for fifth. That would be like second reverse on a piece of equipment or loader or something. Sixth gear, seventh gear, eighth gear, which you can just go from sixth to eighth. You hardly ever have to use seventh. And then eighth reverse, which never ever gets used. So we're gonna put it in first reverse, and we're gonna back up to our wagon. Clutch, brakes, and park. That light there is because the alternator isn't charging. It goes off when it starts charging. Well, one nice thing we did do is we made a rope just out of baler twine, and we hooked it to the hitch pin, so that way you can unhook it from the seat without getting off to unhook wagons, because this tractor gets used a lot for moving wagons around and stuff. Basically because it's a tricycle and you can get into tighter places and stuff like that. Just like that. Nothing sure beats a 3010. Thanks for watching, guys.